Welcome to the On The Go podcast. Today, we're diving into something that might change the way you see yourself and the way you work. You may feel undisciplined, but what if you're actually overloaded? A lot of entrepreneurs, career professionals, and aspiring business owners, they struggle to stay consistent, and many of them assume that it's a discipline problem, but most of the time it's not. It's that they're carrying too much without enough structure to support it. So if you've been feeling stretched, scattered, or mentally exhausted, this episode is for you. Discipline has been romanticized. We've been taught that disciplined people wake up earlier, that they do more, that they push harder and never drop the ball. But that's not discipline, that's pressure. Real discipline isn't loud or dramatic. It's quiet, it's focused, it's intentional. And here's what I've observed, especially with high achieving professionals and entrepreneurs. Most people aren't struggling because they lack discipline. They're struggling because they've committed to too many priorities at the same time. Think about it. You're building a business. You're working full-time, a full-time job. You're trying to stay present for family. You're improving your health. You're trying to grow spiritually. You're consuming podcasts and books and courses, and it all feels so very important. So when you can't keep up with everything, you assume that the problem is you. But what if the real issue isn't discipline? What if it's overload? Look, overload doesn't always look chaotic. Sometimes it looks organized on the outside, but heavy on the inside. It looks like a long to-do list that never truly shrinks, a constant mental tabs open in your head, feeling behind even when you're doing a lot. It looks like starting multiple projects with enthusiasm, then quietly losing energy halfway through. It looks like telling yourself, I just need to manage my time better, when really you need fewer competing priorities. Overload creates internal noise, and when your mind is noisy, clarity disappears. You can't execute confidently when you're mentally juggling everything at once, and slowly, without realizing it, you begin to question your own consistency. But it's not inconsistency, it's capacity. Momentum requires simplicity. Think about it. When something is clear and contained, you move faster. But when everything feels urgent, nothing gets your full attention. Overload fragments focus, and fragmented focus produces fragmented results. Then something subtle happens. You start losing trust in yourself. You say you'll show up, but you're too exhausted. You plan to execute, but you're pulled in 5 different directions. You promise consistency, but life keeps interrupting. And each time that cycle repeats itself, confidence erodes. Not because you can't do it, but because your system isn't protecting your energy. This is why some incredibly capable people feel stuck. They don't need more motivation. They don't need more discipline. They need fewer competing commitments and clearer structure. Here's the shift, and it's a powerful one. Discipline is not about doing everything. It's about deciding what truly deserves this season of your life. That means asking harder questions like, what are 1 or 2 priorities that actually move me forward right now? What can wait without guilt? Where am I saying yes out of fear instead of out of clarity? Focus creates relief. When you narrow down your priorities, your energy expands. When your energy expands, consistency feels lighter. And when consistency feels lighter, your confidence begins to rebuild. You don't need to shrink your ambition. You just need to structure it. And sometimes that's easier to see when someone is walking with you, helping you to simplify instead of adding more. And this is exactly what we work through inside my mentorship program, helping you move forward from overwhelm to clarity, from scattered effort to focused action. You don't need another plan. You need space to think, you need support to reflect, and accountability to stay aligned. If that sounds like what you've been missing, you'll find details in the link below. This is a reminder that you're not broken, you're not lazy, you're just overloaded. And once you simplify, everything changes. If this episode has helped you, please like, comment, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And I'll see you in the next episode. Have a great day. Bye.